Hi, I'm Linda Fisler. Welcome to my studio. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about goal setting. And, it's September 1st already, and we're going to be at the end of the year before you know it. It's going to be New Year's Eve. You're going to be wondering what you did in the past year. So why not take a few minutes and let's look at what kind of goals we have set. It's never too late to set goals. It's never too late to set some objectives for you. Don't get in the trap of saying, oh, I'll do that next year, because you won't. So let's take a few minutes and talk about taking time to review and maybe even get started for next year. I mean, after all, if you get started early, you've got 3 more months before you have to, before you can accomplish those. And those extra 3 months could come in handy. So, as you know, I wrote an article called Do Artists Need an OGSM? And OGSM stands for an Objective, Goals, Strategies, and Measures. And what I would like to do in this video blog, which is our first video blog, my first video blog, so is talk to you a little bit about setting or starting to understand what your objective is with your art career. We need to get clear what it is you want to do. People who are doing this as a hobby, all the way up to people who are trying to make a living at this, need to know exactly what it is they're trying to accomplish. And part of that comes in the objective part of the OGSM. So what is it that you want? If I'm a hobbyist and I just want to get better with my art skills, there are a number of things that you can look at and think about there as well. One of them being, what is it about your painting that you want to improve? Don't just say, I want to improve my painting. You need to say something like, I need to have better compositions in my paintings. I need to have better color relationships. I want better harmony. I need to understand light and shadow families. There's a whole group of so many things that you could do to improve your art. And if that's all you want to do, that's perfectly fine. That would be like really clear. You get down really clear to what it is you want to do, and then you can go from there just focusing on that for a year. Actually, I'd be probably pretty envious if that was the only thing that was on my OGSM. Now, write down what it is that you want to do. And don't just settle for one thing. Try and think about that for a while. Try to live in it for a while. Try to really peel it down a little bit more if you can. But write down what it is that you want to do in the next year, starting on September 2nd. And so you write that first one down. And don't settle on just that one. Maybe you'll write 2 or 3 things down and really live for a while in that area of, I want to do this and I want to do that. I want to improve my art. I want to be a better, I want better compositions. So live with that a little bit. Maybe even work on some paintings around it. Find out books that you can read. Start to do a little bit of research on what it is going to take for you to get better compositions, for you to start thinking about better harmony in your painting. How much time is this going to take? So you can't answer that question until you actually live that question. So once you have 2 or 3 of them, research them a little bit, figure out which one feels really right and feels like something you can get enthusiastic about and do for the next year. And then once you've done that, that becomes your objective. That is what you want to accomplish. And then from there, you would need to start figuring out what your goals are for each one of those objectives. So this blog is probably going to be taken long enough. You're probably tired of hearing me talk already. So let's really focus over the next couple days, next couple weeks. You don't have to have this finished, in 10 minutes. Setting goals and figuring out what your objective is and all that. It has to feel right. It has to be something that you really, really want to do, and you just can't write a bunch of words down. This isn't a check, I'm going to check this off my list. I did my OGSM for the year. Ooh, aren't I good? Nah, doesn't work that way. You have to really, really want this. So make sure it's something that you can live with. And once you have done that, maybe you check back in for another video blog and we'll talk about setting up goals and how we do that. So thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you later.